Okay, so we will, let's see, it's 7:39. Sorry, we got a little bit of a late start, but we have Devin and Tara here to speak with us tonight. So I asked them, and they so kindly said yes to me, because when your upline coach asks you to do something, what's the correct answer?
Yes. Yes, Stacy.
Even if you want to pee your pants, you say yes, because being here is all about stretching yourself and becoming the best version of you, as we get to help other people become the best version of them at the same time. So I'm just glad I don't have an upline asking me to do things. Just joking, because I don't. So sorry, you guys are on the losing end of that one. I have to push myself, and I have my husband to push me, which is silly. So anyways, okay, we're going to get started enrolling because, we've only got a short amount of time. And we're going to be talking about challenge groups tonight, because they're the lifeblood of our business, right? Like, we need challenge groups to help people get results. And results are what our job is, right? To help them feel confident, strong, glowing, healthy, off their cholesterol medication, whatever results that your clients come to you for, or the people that you're around need. That's what we're here to offer them, and to help see them through to the end for them to get the results. And that's the kind of team that we are, and that's what's so special about it. So I asked Devin and Tara to pop on, because they have been leading successful challenge groups for, since what, March of this year, or February?
March, April.
Or maybe after that, because you guys were with me for a couple months.
Yeah, I think it was April.
Yeah, totally. So there's, before I introduce Tara and Devin, I just wanted to run over a couple different ways for you guys to know how to run a challenge group, because there's no perfect way. And I just don't want you guys to start and go, oh, I have to do it this way, or I have to do exactly like my sponsor coach, does it. And so you can honestly, this is your business. You can run it however you want to. There are, ways for you to, so there's kind of I don't know, 3 or 4 different ways. So you can run a really structured challenge group where you're all doing the same program, and you're all starting on the same date, and you're ending on the same date. That would be a quote unquote challenge group, where it kind of be something like if you worked if you at your workplace, they were doing some Biggest Loser contest. You would all weigh in on the same day, you would end on the same day, you would turn in your results. It kind of that idea. That's really structured, and it works for a lot of personalities. But I personally like to recommend what my clients need. So I don't always do the same program, and not everybody's on the same program. But with a launch like Core de Force, you could easily do that if you wanted to run kind of a smaller group, right? And then there's accountability groups, which are kind of more for retention for clients that are rolling from month to month. And it's something that's a little bit less rigid, and it can be revolving. You can have it set up forever. You could have an account, you could call it Devin's Body Camp, or whatever name you want to do. And it could just be a revolving, where you introduce your new challengers. You have different themes. You could have a weekly theme that you put up on a pinned post in the challenge group, and have it be okay, guys, this week I'm going to focus on this. And then you've still got your daily motivational posts. That's a way to do it. There's no dates. There's just you're touching base with your clients and maybe sending them emails, or knowing, okay, this was the first 30 days of a group with me. I need to make sure that I get their 30-day photos, or their 21-day fix, the end of the 21 days, getting their photos. Because that's really what our job is to motivate them privately on the side as well, to where they know, okay, Devin needs, and I'm saying Devin because I can see you big on my screen, Devin needs my pictures, and I'm accountable to her, and she's keeping me accountable because she's reaching out to me and making sure that I know that I need to take my photos and my measurements, right? So that's a way to do it. You can also do the Challenge Tracker app. So if you guys haven't used the Challenge Tracker app yet, it's really great because you can schedule posts on it, and you can see everybody's before photos and measurements once they've entered them. You can see every day that they click their Shakeology and their workout. So it's a really simple way to run incentives, because if you want to be like, okay, well, whoever checks in and drinks our shake every day for 30 days, or the top 5 people that do that, or, you know, whatever it is, you can send them a gift, or, you know, whatever, a t-shirt or something fun like that. And then if you're like working a corporate job, you're super busy, you could really run, I mean, you wouldn't even need to do a Facebook group. You could just use the Challenge Tracker app by itself. And that is probably the most time effective way to do it. I know that Facebook groups can seem a little bit daunting, and I think that's where the most community happens, because I don't know why, that's just for me. I like Facebook groups better than the app. It feels more personal. But you know, if you are more of an app person, then do it, because that's a great way to check off for your clients, to check off their boxes. Now we have the health bet coming up. It starts January 9th. So the tracker app is like money, right? Like they're going to enter in, they're going to drink their 3 shakes. No, they're going to work out 3 times a week. They're going to drink 5 shakes a week. They're going to earn their money at the end of the month. So getting all your people in a Challenge Tracker app now is really important. And then, I don't know, guys. I mean, there's so many different ways to coach your for a challenge group. So, you know, there's coaches that don't let people in their group unless they send them before photos. Because think about it, when you guys first took your photos before you started Beachbody, it was probably like really eye-opening to see yourself on the other side of the lens. And it was probably really hard to do, because it's always, you know, difficult to take those photos. I still have a hard time. I still don't like it. But I know that for me personally, and for a lot of different coaches that I've heard from and a lot of different clients, when you can see yourself outside of your body, you feel like a different person. Your mind's able to keep up with the changes of your body. And that's what I love about the photos. So I say, get stricter on the photos. I'm going to this next year. And you can always send the link to your Facebook challenge group or accountability group, whatever you want to do. And they can request to join that group, but you don't have to accept them into the group unless they've sent you their photos. Do you see how they have a lot of incentive to have you be their coach and to do it so they can get in? That is a, you know, stricter way to coach, but I think that at the end of the day, people could lose 30 pounds and not feel like a different person. And then what are they going to do? They're going to fall off. They're not going to realize how much they've changed, and they could go back to their old lifestyle, and they wouldn't have had the transformation that we want them to have, right? So that's why photos are so, so big. But what else? Okay, I think I'm kind of covered the ways to do a challenge group. Obviously, we kind of know, most of you guys know these, but I just want you to think, okay, the whole purpose of a challenge group is to get results for people, because once they've had results in a transformation, that's when they want to start coaching. That's when they want to share it and pay it forward with people, right? That's why it's such a big deal. So you can evaluate your challenge group by thinking, are my people getting results? If they're not, keep tweaking it. Keep trying new ways. Keep using different language. Keep trying to build the community in there by like asking things that aren't even health and fitness related. Like, you know, what are you guys doing this weekend? Anything fun? Or what's your favorite color? Or things like that. Okay. So, because we're here to build community and we want people to feel comfortable. And sometimes people aren't comfortable posting in a group about sometimes their health at first, you know? So, okay, we have kind of gone over that. I want to introduce Tara and Devin real quick, because they are some of my favorite people ever. You know, when you start coaching, you get to meet cool people that you maybe would have never met before. And it's so, so fun. So Tara is a mom that lives right close to me. She's a wife, and she has 2 cute little kiddos. She works full-time at, is it Allstate, Tara?
State Farm. State
Farm. Darn it, I knew. Okay, State Farm. I should have known that. Whoopsie. And so she's a fitness girl. She's a runner, and Beachbody has done some cool things, I think, for you in the way of just like healthier shakes than what you were on before, and just that sense of community, you know, and all the programs are so fun and different. So I love Tara because she's super consistent. She's super dedicated. She shows up all the time, and I think consistency is like my favorite thing about you, you know, because I'm like Miss Choo Choo, never get off the train, show up every day. And so every morning when I get up early, I'll see Tara like something of mine or comment on something, and I'm like, oh my goodness, she's awake so early. And I know she's about to work out, and I am still laying here. So there's that. So thanks, Tara, for coming. And then Devin, you guys have been coaches like around the same time. I think like you signed up early this year. And Devin is so fun and creative. She is like mom boss because she has 3 little boys, and she is a wife to an amazing police officer who's super cool. And they always do fun stuff together, and they just seem like they have the best. You guys seem like you have the best family life. Like you just are always doing fun things. You go on date nights. You have fun together. And I think that's so important. And so Devin likes to dance. She's danced before and posted videos on Facebook. Size. No, was it Size? Oh my goodness. And I love every time she posts a dance video. It's so great. So Devin's great at like managing the challenge group, and like Tara, they just work so well together. So I will let them kind of talk about more how they do that. But I just love, I love how fun Devin approaches everything. And when she sets her mind to something, it's over. Like she can master anything. And I love that. I love that about you, girly. So watch out. When Devin has made a decision, it's on like Donkey Kong. So, okay, I'm going to let you guys, I'm going to kind of just leave you with some questions, but I wanted to talk first. Well, do you guys want to just say anything? Do you want to open up with anything like what you love most about running the challenge group together? Because this is really good for coaches that do want to pair up with another coach because they don't want to be on their own, you know, in the beginning.
I would just say that, like, before we started coaching together, Devin and I really didn't know each other. I think we were in a challenge group together. I remember seeing pictures and posts from you, but Stacy, you are the one who kind of said, hey, you guys both started at the same time. Why don't you do your own challenge group? And I know that I was really nervous about that. But because Devin was there, I knew that at least there'd be somebody else that would help, and maybe Devin would know what she was doing, because I felt like I didn't. So that relationship really is crazy because we didn't know each other at all, and we started running challenge groups together that were very successful with really limited communication. I don't think we'd ever even talked on the phone. We had a couple of Zoom calls with you, and then we were just running a challenge group all of a sudden. So we kind of just jumped in. So
yeah, I love that about you too.
Facebook Messenger BFF. Thank goodness for Facebook messaging.
Oh, I know. And voice memos and all of that. I love it. So what I noticed right away is you guys just kind of took it and you made it your own. You didn't really you came up with the creative ideas that I didn't even have to tell you what to do. You just thought, oh, they would like this. This would be good for them. So the one thing that I love is that you were really consistent about giving away little prizes and incentives. So can you talk about the fun little, I don't know what day you run but I think you run it for one day and then you announce the winner a couple days later or something. What do those look like for your challengers?
So we have changed that up over the months. We do have a lot of carryover challengers, and so we try not to keep it the exact same every single month. So we've done Win It Wednesdays. We've done like Thirsty Thursday challenges. So we've kind of changed it up throughout the different months. We haven't consistently just picked Wednesdays. And then we just either wing it that morning if we're like, oh my gosh, it's Wednesday, we forgot it's Wednesday, or we try to a couple days before be like, okay, what should we do Wednesday? And then one of us will usually do it. And then we just kind of figure whoever is the coach of the winner of the challenge sends the gift. So if it's my girl, I'll send the gift. If it's Tara's girl, she'll send the gift. So that's kind of just what worked for us, because I don't know, it just made more sense if it was Tara's girl, she's getting the, financial benefit from that girl, so she would use her resources to send them a gift.
Right. And how expensive were the gifts?
Sometimes I would just send either a packet of Shakeology, or especially if I knew somebody who wanted to try a different flavor. I found some like $5 tank tops, like workout tank tops at Walmart that had cute little sayings and stuff on them. So I picked up a couple of those. Those are kind of hard though, because you never really know like sizes and stuff. But I keep it to between like $5 and $7. I've done energized packets, and it depends on who the person is, on what I give them. Like I've got some people that I know don't drink any caffeine, so I wouldn't send them energized, and some people who only drink the vegan Shakeology. So I mean, that also works for Devin and I in coordinating who sends the gift, because we know each other's. I know my clients, and she knows hers.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Oh, that's so good. So you guys are going to, like, it's slowed down a little bit, but maybe with a new year and a new rush of people, maybe amp it up a little bit. Because weekly is pretty nice to do a little incentive every week. I mean, I think that's more than a lot of people do, but I think it's so fun. And it does. I'm sure that do you feel like it built a community for them to participate more?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. And then
sorry, you're talking or I was?
Yeah. Go ahead, Sarah.
Oh, I was just going to say, we kept them very non-competitive. So usually it was like, take a selfie of your picture. I know one of the most successful one we had was Devin's idea to take a duck face selfie. I mean, it had anything to do with fitness. It didn't have anything to do with nutrition. It was just kind of silly, be yourself. And so we're really doing it more for engagement in the group than we are for a fitness. The only one that we do that's really kind of more of a challenge is the Thirsty Thursday type of challenge, where we tell them to comment once they've reached their water intake goal, which is half their body weight. But those have been really successful. We've even used those over like weekends. So every day do it. And then we've gifted the winner like a water infuser bottle thing. And we just ordered it off of Amazon and sent it directly to their address.
That's good. Yeah, because then it's just inexpensive shipping. Yeah. Well, and that's fun too, because when people are not only uncomfortable to post in this group where they don't know everybody, but a lot of people are uncomfortable with selfies or just anything with their body in a photo. So it warms them up a little bit. I mean, I remember taking my first selfie and how terrified I was, but it kind of is more of a lighthearted thing, you know. Don't laugh, because now I take selfies all the time. So whatever.
I was actually laughing about how you had to teach me how to take one.
Oh yeah. Face the window. We should do a selfie. I should do a selfie training call. I've Googled it before, so you can just Google it. Google's our best friend. I know. And yeah, it's funny. Okay, well, good. So what in the world about you guys, like, so talking about getting over fears around people that you don't know, I see you guys going live in your group all the time. So number one, how did you get over, because live video is so scary. I still have a hard time doing it. Like I have to talk myself up and like say all these positive affirmations and breathe really deep before I start the live video. Otherwise I like, on the video. So how did you get over the fear, and what's your motivator when you're, what's your motivator to get over the fear to pop in and talk to these ladies? And then how do you find that it's helped the group, if there's anything that you've noticed? Tara, you want to go?
So getting over the fear for me was just doing my first Zoom call with you, Stacy. I didn't even use to FaceTime with my husband. I would be the voice behind my kids' faces talking to him. Like 8 months ago, I wouldn't even FaceTime my own husband.
Way.
So it was like a big thing. Yeah, I didn't even to be on the screen at all. And granted, my husband has seen me have 3 kids, and I wouldn't even FaceTime him. So that's just weird, I know. So yeah, even just doing the very first on-board Zoom call with you was like, holy moly. And do I really have to like have my face on the screen?
Oh shoot, we lost you.
There was no option to not do it. So I just pretended like I did it.
You're like, oh, my camera's not working on my, I'll dial in. I'll dial in. You could have done that. Oh, your internet's choppy.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Well, good for you. Well, can you tell us real quick? I know it was like a private message that you sent me, but you had to do something recently for like your other job, your non-Beachbody coaching job with your mama. Do you want to share a little bit about that just as like a side thing for people to be inspired by?
Yeah. So I am doing real estate with my mom, and she had to do these video type things talking about different neighborhoods in the area. And and I'm not a licensed real estate agent yet. I'm working on it. But she signed up to do these classes and was like, I really wish that you were licensed, that you could do it with me. Anyway, she figured out that I can do it with her since I'm going to be licensed soon. And she wanted me to do it with her because she's seen me in the groups do live videos. And so she's like, I know you can do it. And the first thing I said to the daughter, more outgoing one. So I was just kind of sitting back. And then when it was like my turn to kind of say something, the lady was like, oh my gosh, you were so quiet. I thought you were going to suck. But like, where did you come from? You're like Shirley Temple. So I know 100% sure that if I was not part of this Beachbody coaching thing, I don't even know if I would have said yes to my mom. And I definitely wouldn't have said more than like the very minimal words that I had to say. So yeah, it definitely like 100%. If I had the trainings and just these calls and videos, there's no way I would have done those. So yeah, it's huge for just personal growth and development outside of this. Sure.
I love it. I love it. And that's where Beachbody coaching just makes you, it's not a burden. I don't feel like it's a burden on your life. Like, oh, I have to do this. It takes more time. It benefits you so much in so many areas that it's a blessing. It's a blessing. And that's so cool. Thank you for telling me too. And then I just have to say that Devin like voice memoed me that day. And I was like, oh, I voice memo back. I was like, I'm so proud of you. Because I get so happy because those are the things, that's the reason why I got into this business, is to break through my stupid headspace of lack of confidence. I don't get as nervous now on Zoom calls, but I don't like them either, so good for us. Yay for us. Okay. So Tara, go ahead. Do you have anything to say about the live video?
Yeah, I was just going to say that what motivated, I think, me to start doing them more was how much easier they are than doing a video, looking at it, tweaking it because you think it's not perfect, and then trying to record another one. If you do the live video, it's just one take. It doesn't matter if you mess up because it's just done. So that was definitely a motivator. And one thing that I did when I was nervous about doing them to start with, and this might sound kind of bad, but I used my kids to help with the videos. So if I was doing a drawing for the, Win It Wednesday prize, I would have my daughter come over and she would like draw the name or something. So it also allows the challengers to get to know us a little bit more and know that, you see this selfie of me every day. At 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm sweaty, but I'm a real person and I have a family, and I do that in the morning so that I can, the other thing that we do quite a bit is I do videos of like how I make mason jar salads or how I make flatbread pizzas with my kids and stuff. And it kind of just shows people that you can have this lifestyle and still be engaged in doing stuff with your kids. So it makes it easier because the kids will say something silly or do something funny and you can kind of joke around about it, and it's not all of the pressure on you. But then there also is this risk of what if they decide that they're going to fit and not like it. But
I know. They're like, Mom, this is disgusting. Give me a real pizza crust. Is this tortilla? Flat out shell. No. I love that one. I've been having Sam do, so you guys inspire me so much because I have been having Sam be in my videos now too. So I just did a quick little, I didn't do a live, but I just did a quick little video, and I had 3 contestants of my last challenge that I did. And so I put their 3 names in a big Santa hat. And so I made a video for pulling out a name from the Santa hat and trying to read it because she's in 1st grade. So she's reading now. And so yeah, it makes you, you're a coach, but you're also a real person. And yeah, it's not like the mom sitting there eating like cottage cheese and chicken while her family is eating yummy food. It's like we're all eating healthy food. This is what we train our kids to do, and this is what it's. So I love that you touched on that healthy mom, healthy family lifestyle, because that's a huge thing. And yeah, it is nice because if you were to make a video and then rewatch it, and because I was just talking to Jacqueline Walker about this, she was in the junk drawer. Devin, you probably saw her in the junk drawer Facebook group, and she's been doing my videos in there. And I'm like, what in the world, girlfriend? And she's like, yeah, but if I were to film a video and then rewatch it and want to edit it and critique myself, I would have never posted it. So when you do live, you don't have the option not to post. So that's another good reason to do it. There's live video on Instagram, by the way, now. So check that out. Because that's kind of a fun way to connect with new people that aren't on Facebook. So what have you guys, like, I know you guys have had a lot of people get results in your group and post their transformation photo. What do you think the most successful piece to having them actually give you like the before and after photo and to complete the program? Do you private message people a lot? Do you, I mean, what are your thoughts on any of that? Just to help other coaches who maybe are having a hard time getting those from people, getting those transformations.
I didn't really receive any, and Devin and I had talked about this for months. Like, how do we get somebody who wants to share their story? I think I personal message people quite a bit. I think I try and at least reach out to them like once a week, like on Sunday nights or something like that. But we have so many people in our group that are continuing on. And so they are really, a lot of them are on roller coasters. They'll have a good week and then they you know, have a bad week, or they use the group for a lot of support. So I check in with them kind of when I haven't heard from them or anything and just see like, hey, are you still working towards your goals? But I haven't really had anyone want to share their personal story except for two, which one was Kate. And I kind of eased, because it's hard to do that. And Kate also was, you know, trying to launch her business. So it was to help put her name out there as well. But I didn't ask for like bikini pictures or anything. I just said, do you have any pictures that show your face and the difference? Because that's what people look at really. And I think that a lot of people, when they're scrolling through Facebook, when they see, you know, somebody who looks perfect, they might not stop. But when they see somebody that is working towards a goal and you can just see it in their face, I think they might stop and pause. But I don't ask people unless I know that they would be comfortable and I've been with them for a while. But that's just my own comfort level. I don't want to turn anyone off by saying, hey, I really want you to share your story and inspire others, until I know that they would be comfortable with that. I have had people, though, share my post, like my call out, and they'll share it on their timeline and say, hey, I've been doing this. The group is so supportive and so motivating. And I've gotten a lot of interest through that. By not having them post anything special, just sharing my post. And I did that kind of by telling a couple of closer friends and people who'd been in the group for a while, hey, we can't keep this group going if we don't get new people. And it was true, because I think Devin and I both reached a point probably about 4 or 5 months ago where it was like, okay, we've got the same girls, they're doing great, but we need to grow and we need to add more people. And so that helped some quite a bit.
And I shared, sorry, it's Kate talking. I guess I'm in the middle of my workout, but I'll stop and talk. I shared Tara's, you know, transformation or whatever post that she wrote about me. And that was a really good way for me to be able to share it, but not feel like I was talking all about myself. So since I haven't been able to feel comfortable doing that yet, but since Tara posted it, it was an easy way to do it.
Yeah.
And I did that because that's what Stacy did with me. So it kind of is like this, you know, comfort level where you build up to different things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I love too, and that's good. It like have someone else toot your horn until you feel, you know, like you can toot your own horn. And I like how you guys would tell your girls in the group, hey, if you want to stay in this group, you need to go to our timelines and comment so that it pops it back up in the news feed so that we can have more eyes on our call out posts. So I thought that was really smart too. I'd never thought about that. You guys have just done some really innovative things.
We didn't tell them that's why we were asking them to do it. It was so that we could keep an accurate count, but selfishly we were knowing that that would generate more people seeing our posts.
It's all perspective.
We usually wait until like 2 or 3 days after we do the original call out to post it in our group. We don't do it like that same day. We usually wait a little bit for that reason.
Yes, very smart. I mean, we're business people. We're smart business ladies. We got to use what we can, right? And people love to help people out. They love it. And so I think that's really smart that you guys did that. Even though they didn't really realize how much they were helping you out, they were, you know. Is there anything else you guys have like on your mind? We have like 5 minutes left that you just really feel that you want to share about what you've been doing?
I think it's huge. I mean, to have somebody that you can have a relationship with, like Tara and I have, that's not necessarily a previous friend because it's just a different relationship that you have, and someone that you balance out with, because Tara is super consistent with her workouts. I'm not. She every day. I was more of like the daily like information, if you will. I pulled from Stacy's scripts. I pulled from Anita's scripts. I pulled from Lindsay's and another one that I keep on my Google Docs on my phone. And I would just kind of scroll through those, and whichever one was filling, I would post that day. So I'm kind of more of that person. And I do post my shakes and my workouts, but not every single morning at 5 o'clock. But I think just finding that person that you can balance with, that's not your coach, that's just another person that you can just relate with, and that you guys signed up at the same time. I think that's like a huge thing to just kind of be kind of at the same level so you can experience the same. Like we, at the beginning, we're talking like, okay, where do we go look at our like genealogy? Like we didn't even know how to navigate the back office, you know? So like just little things like that we could like brainstorm together without constantly like hounding you, Stacy. I think that's huge for me and for her, to just have that person that you can connect with and grow with.
Right. Well, and like the whole point of a team is that you want your teammates to love each other. You know what I mean? So if you can get your challengers loving each other and rooting each other on and getting like your coaches loving each other, that's when you have success as a community too. So I love that. And you know that the other person doesn't know more than you or has been doing it longer. That's really smart. So that's why we can all chat with each other and be like, okay, what new coaches do you have? Let's get them in a group message so they can chit chat and learn from each other. Group messages are fun. Tara, anything? I don't want to take up all the words.
No, I was just going to say, like, you don't have to be perfect. Like, I thought going into, like, doing my own challenge group that I had to be, like, perfect. And there's days that Devin and I forgot to do a drawing and a prize for somebody. And there's been days that, just things didn't go the way that we thought that they should. And it all works out. I think that just keeping it real and being honest with your challengers and showing them that you're just a normal person. And I couldn't agree with Devin more in finding somebody that balances you, because it is true. Like, I'm not good at content. I can take a selfie after I work out, but I am not good at like coming up with content. And so Devin has really been that like solid content person in our group where I snap a photo of my shake and my workout. But it's balanced it out. And I think people have enjoyed seeing, us both on and in the group almost every day, but in a different way. So.
Right. I love that. Well, thank you guys for being here. We are out of time, but I just want to blow you kisses and give you hugs and say thank you for being here, being willing to share your secrets. And thanks, Kate, for multitasking like a smart woman would, doing her workout and listening to a team call. You're so brilliant. Andrea, thanks for jumping on. And if anyone has, and thanks to everyone watching the replay. So if you have questions or you have ideas that have worked for you in your challenge group, please comment below this video and we can all keep learning from one another, because we want to be rivers that share all of our ideas and thoughts, not reservoirs where we keep things to ourselves. That's the vision of our team. So I love that you guys were here tonight. So thank you. And I hope you sleep really well. And Tara, I'm going to be up early tomorrow. So I'm going to private message you and be like, I'm working out, girl. 5 o'clock.
All right.
I'll be sleeping.
For you.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Love you guys. Have a good night.
Bye, Stacy.
Bye.
Bye.